when I go into a company and I look at its resources, the products it makes, et cetera, and the customer service, I look at all these, but the key element, the key element I find internationally is it's the staff. It's the people that are making the company come together. And it breaks down, when I look at the company, it breaks down to players. And those people, out of 100, you may have 10 players. They're the passionate people, the people that are really into the game and really playing. They are the ones that support the purpose, support the owners, support the executives. And in many cases, they are the executives and our owner, but not always. Then you have the pieces, the people every day that actually participate and carry out the actions, et cetera, but they're not necessarily passionate. They're just doing their job. They're not negative. And then we come to a very crucial element, and that is the broken pieces. Quite often these people are not observed and seen, and they sometimes are your best friend, seemingly, in regards to some of the company's activities. And yet, these people are actually out there for themselves, in a sense, selfish, and not forwarding the purpose, not forwarding, and in fact, cutting the relationships of staff and being a huge burden on the creativity of the owners and the executives. This costs, on an international basis, billions and billions of dollars every year. The procrastination that takes place on not addressing this issue is astounding. I run into this area of, yeah, but my friend, yeah, but we've known each other so long. Yet they've known, and they have this lingering thought that sometimes has been going on for 10 years in some cases, that this individual is actually against the forwarding of the purpose of that company. When I address this, it is emotionally hard for many of the people to address, and yet they know that it's causing enormous amounts of stress. In fact, I've found some people having to drink every single day just to get relief of dealing with the stress, this or that particular broken piece. Let me give you an example of what I mean by a broken piece. It could be the chief financial officer of a company, where that person is actually sabotaging the company's finances, and it's not being seen because the owner, in this case, or the CEO, have known each other for so long. And yet when I find out the corruptness that has occurred in this finance area, it's, oh my gosh. And when I bring it up, they realize, oh gosh, I should have addressed this years ago. When addressed, relief occurs, expansion occurs, and oh my gosh, some new policies get put in place and the days change. We have a classic example recently with United Airlines. I'll guarantee you there are some serious broken pieces in that company that have allowed that public relations nightmare to occur, that I think even despite the policies they're now trying to put in place, they haven't really addressed the issues of people that need to be addressed, and in many cases terminated and or trained to be more effective. You have two choices, but quite often we find broken pieces cannot be changed or trained to be improved. But I'll invite you to really take a look at your own company when you look at how it's built, who the teammates are, how are they playing on the field of business on a daily basis, and I'll guarantee you there's one or two of those people in your company that you need to address, because they're affecting your players' stress. They're affecting some people to the point where they actually leave your organization because they can't deal with it anymore. So it's a big issue. I wish you the best of luck, and whatever we can do, we're here to help companies address this issue. It's just one part of the company, but it's a big part. I created a film to actually address some of the particular pieces in regards to what you want to look for. What you want to look for with players, what you want to look for with regards to staff you hire. And it isolates clearly, you'll see in the film, what a broken piece how they can manipulate things. How can they seem to be pleasant and yet cut communication lines and cut relationships and be unfortunately destructive to the company. So I invite you to take a look at this and enjoy it, and wish you the best.